not because I'm a bad driver. It could be just other people.
For sure.
Oh, it's really pretty. So.
Yeah, birds are so nice. Friendly.
And where do you think my family came from? And the truth is, I had like this incredible time with my mom today. We woke up and her mom called and she wasn't sure what to do because, you know, she was driving her crazy, and it's like, Mom, you gotta do what's right for you first, and let's go to the gym. Anyway, we went to the gym, and, you know, she was going through a lot of emotions on the way, and then I went to work out, and she went to pray, and then at a certain point, I work out for 2 hours, so she decided to, at a certain point, she also went to swim, and then, you know, she finished, and, you know, she showered, and she came to see how long I have left, and it was like 15 more minutes because I was going to the weight room for like an ending of the cycle. So she said, I love you so much, my beautiful daughter, and I really thank you. And after the gym, I just feel everything so strong. So I went in, and I was like crying.
While you're lifting weights?
Yeah. I just let myself. I was like, I don't care. The world is my fairy tale, and I could cry in my fairy tale in the gym with the weights.
You can do whatever you want.
I was so happy. I was just so happy. It's so nice to cry when you're happy.
Yeah.
I was really like crying hard.
At my summer camp, a bunch of kids had their first tears of joy ever at our camp, and some of them like didn't know what was happening to them. So I was like, they didn't know. They thought maybe something was wrong with them. You know, like they were coming up to the counselors. What's happening? Like, is this okay? Like, I didn't know this was something. I thought crying was supposed to happen. Like, what's coming out of my eyes? What's coming out of my face? You know. We do something called an angel walk, where the whole camp lines up in 2 rows. Like all the kids line up into 2 rows and makes an alley in the middle. And then one camper at a time gets blindfolded, clears his mind, and walks through the alley. And while he's walking through, everybody's just showering blessings. Everybody, with words, with energy, and sometimes even with a nice touch. And if you don't want to be touched, you walk with your hands together in gratitude. And people just, you know, send the energy out of their hands, or just say the nicest, sweetest things that you could ever say to someone. And people would end up, a lot of the kids would end up just so blissed out and just like exploded with love energy. We'd be singing and praying the whole time. And a lot of kids had their first tears, their happy tears. They didn't know it was something. They didn't see it on movies. Their parents never explained it to them.
So I wanted to ask you about food. It's like my recent issue. Like, how do you refer to food? I know we don't have like so much time, but you know, like. Because I feel like I know about myself, but I'm sure that a lot of people, like, we're like addicted to food. It's like always on our mind. It's always like, obviously it's always very easy and it's always there. And sometimes I make decisions about like what I'm gonna do in the day, just like thinking about the food thing. And like, you know, from dieting, I'm like, okay, I'm free from that. Don't think about food. And just like, you know, I hold on with no food, and like it obviously could affect my mood, and I get exhausted and all that.
Alright, so you know, it's just Lag BaOmer, so everyone was celebrating fire, right? So fire, what it is, the way it works is like, you have a tree, and the tree eats the sunlight, right? And that sunlight energy that it eats gets stored in the tree, right?
I'll take you through the scenic route because there's lots of traffic here.
Right, so the tree holds the sunlight energy, it eats it, and it stores the sunlight energy in it. And when you make a fire, you're releasing the sun energy, right? And it's actually when you light a fire, what it is, it's that sunlight energy that the tree had been eating through its leaves and then stored in the wood is now getting released, and it actually sort of looks like the sun, like it looks like sunlight, a fire. So so too with food. So all the food that we eat, it's stored sunlight energy, amongst other things. But part of what this is sunlight energy that the plant was eating sunlight all day long, and it stored it into this fruit, and into right. And so when I eat food, I'm eating light, like I'm eating stored.
Sometimes you feel a lot of energy after just like lying in the sun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
My mom calls it doing photosynthesis.
Yeah, we can absorb. Even science says we absorb different like vitamins. I don't know what that means, but for sure we're solar beings, you know, and we're like our kishkas. Like so when we eat food, what we're doing is we're eating light, and then right now, as we're being alive, what we're doing is we're like letting off light, like just like a fire is the release of the sunlight energy that was stored. So too, like when we're alive, all we're doing is letting out that light. And I don't mean that just in a spiritual way. I mean it in actually a physical, in physics. Like we're releasing the light that the plant ate from the sun. And so that's part of my relationship with food, is like honoring it. And sometimes before I eat, I make a kavanah of like what I want to use this food for, of like, you know, to bring more wholeness or closeness in my relationships. Sometimes if I'm about to eat something, I'll give the food a mission. If I need more softness somewhere in my stomach or in my breathing or in my heart, I'll be like, hey, you're going into me. You're going to become a part of me. You know, I'd love for you to do some work while you're there, you know, and like, here's where I could use that work. And, you know, the truth is sometimes I get so blissed out with life and with my work in the world that sometimes I do forget to be in this world. And so eating for me is definitely a way of like checking back into the physical world, which is where the party's at. You know, the party, the whole big awesome part of this life of being a human and being alive is that we have a soul in a body in this world. You know, not to be just gone all the time. I used to think like the highest thing was to be like, oh, so spiritual that you're like not even in your body. Like, oh, it's so cool to sing a song, or to be so blissed out that you're not even in this world. But the biggest trick is to be like, you know, like Jacob's Sulam Yaakov, you know, Sulam Yaakov, like Jacob's ladder, where like the angels are going up and like leaving this world and like dancing in the heavens and then coming down, like bringing it down into this world. So food for me is a good way of like bringing it down.
Yeah, but like I think me and most people we eat when we don't need to, or I mean, once I make a conscious decision, I don't eat when I need to. And I'm trying to find that balance.
Yeah, I got a boogie, dude. I'm late. I'm late for an important date.
You see this little path right here? It takes you right up there. And this is where all the buses to Tel Aviv will stop. Every bus almost stops at Tel Aviv.
To the Rakevet?
No, to Tel Aviv.
What about I need to get to the Tokanat Rakevet?
Oh, we want to go to the train station. Oh, I could take it to the train station.
Great. Could you?
Okay, yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
The Tel Aviv train station?
No, the train station that takes you to... all right. There's a train that could take you to Tel Aviv.
It's probably less frequent,
train station.
Yeah.
You want like rides, and the buses take you to the... Yeah, you need to ask. Some of them go to the central bus station. Yeah. Some of them go to the central bus station, some of them go to the train. Great. I think most of them pass both.
Great.
And you could also check.
Awesome. Hey, we're gonna come... Are you gonna come to my party tomorrow?
I'm gonna be in Tel Aviv all day.
Anyway, you're welcome.
Till like very late. So, but thank you. If there's like a way for me to get to Jerusalem from Tel Aviv,
anyway,
I mean, there is a way.
Don't think about it too much.
But if I'm not exhausted,
you're welcome. You're welcome to us from 7 to 10, and then I fly tomorrow night.
You fly at 10.
Like we leave at 10, 11. Yeah, something like that.
So I probably won't make it because my meeting is just over at 7 in Tel Aviv.
Well, hey,
I'll see you in New York.
Yeah. Are you gonna be there soon? Or something?
I'm gonna be there in August.
Okay. Well.
Is your camp gonna happen?
The camp's happening. Yeah, it's actually a strange and funny, but it's a little like it's not so open when the kids are there for like, legal reasons and stuff. We can't just have, like,
so I can't really come.
go shop. But
when is it over?
The end of August.
Oh, so maybe I can come at the end of August.
God willing, it's gonna be a really wonderful, big, long life, and we'll have more time to hang out together and celebrate life, and decode and unveil happiness.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you could write something to me, or maybe I could call you about the food, because it's something that, like, because I sense, we'll say it really quickly, like, you're very sensitive to a lot of things, and you give a lot of thought.
Mm-hmm.
I give a lot of thought for food, but not enough. So I'd like to use your experience and, like, you know, instead of...
Yeah, think about it. You know, I'm not a... Like,
of how to not eat all the time or not eat too much. Or, like, you know, there's always food around you, and once you see it, you want it. So how to, like...
Yeah. Okay, I'll think about it. Actually, the truth is a lot of my... Well, I do have a lot of consciousness around food, but... I mean, maybe we have different desires and impulses around food, too.
Because, like, you know, where I grew up, and a lot of places where I hang out, there's always cake and or dried fruit and nuts, which is beautiful, but you don't always need them. Most of the time, you don't really need them.
Yeah, I'll let you know if something... I mean, off the top of my head, I don't have, like, a whole Torah or something on. I mean, I actually have a lot of...
For me.
Yeah.
Of, like, how you convince yourself to not eat.
I'll tell you.
And yes, eat when you do need to.
Actually, I do know. I know a lot about. Actually, I know a lot about foods, more than a lot of it's in my subconscious now. But
so if you could write it, awesome. If you'd rather me call, that easier.
I'll tell you the end of the story is that what my nutritionalist would tell you is to do a juice fast, because there's certain...
I've done all this stuff.
There's certain bacterias and things in our bellies that have desires of their own. Like, they ask for certain things. Like, what my teacher does, my nutritionalist, is she'll say, like, do a juice fast, and whatever you're screaming for the most is probably there's something foreign in your gut that's, like, wants that to live, you know? And it's not actually you. It's not actually what you need. I don't know. I'm not, you know what I mean? That's...
Who's your nutritionist?
Shoshana Harari.
Alright, I'll talk to her.
Yeah. Anything that I would tell you would be from her, and she's like your next door neighbor.
Thank you.
So talk to her.
Where does she live?
Ramat Raziel.
Cool.
20 minutes away.
Really? Where is that? Next to?
Near Bet Shemesh.
Okay.
It's very close.
I'll get to her.
Yeah. She's gonna be at my going away party.
What?
She's gonna be at my going away party. I'm just saying.
You're just saying.
I'm just saying. There's gonna be a lot of happy people there. Oh, and I think there's gonna be a gongist. Do you know what a gong is?
Yeah.
Yeah, some guy's gonna beat the shit out of a gong, and all of our clipot are gonna shatter.
Do you have her number?
Yeah, 025.
Yeah.
34.
02 is Jerusalem. Okay. 34.
0329.
025. Yeah.
0329. 29.
Okay.
Okay. Such a bracha to get to spend time with you and get to know you, and you should just have such grace in your work and in your mission and your projects.
Thank you.
And it should all be such a blessing for this world, and for all of us who are refining and working on ourselves and trying to live in closer harmony with our neshamas and with the world around us. Yeah.
I'll bring your sweetness out to the world too.
Hey, yeah. And hey, let me know when...
I get bills from all the people that I meet also.
Let me know when, like, when you know, your movies are out and stuff, your program.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna have your song, okay? I hereby have permission to use your stuff.
Of course. Please, yeah.
Take care.
You might want to wait a little bit because you might want my edited copy with the Arabic and stuff.
Okay, it's gonna take a long time till we do it.
You do whatever.
But I'd love to have the edit with the Arabic
Do
and
whatever.
stuff.
Do good stuff. You'll do great stuff.